Welcome back to another video. This video, I'm gonna give you guys two strategies to win in Bassmaster Royale online. But first, guys, we've been getting a lot of feedback on the videos we've been doing so far. A lot of likes, a lot of comments, and the video's been doing super well. So if you aren't subscribed already, do me a favor and go hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out, and keep leaving comments on the videos. I love the feedback, love hearing what you guys think about the videos. So yeah, keep that up, and we'll get this thing started. Alright, so this first strategy, this is usually what I do a majority of the time. I like to go to my best spot or my number one spot. You know, if I can't get there, just like any of the hot spots that you found. And I just go and you know, these are hot spots, so there's a lot of fish there. And I just, you know, try and get my limit quick. You know, you got to be above a certain cut line during these tournaments. So I try and get a lot of fish quick, and normally most of the hot spots that I go to, you can get your limit fairly quick. And you know, I like when I do use this strategy, I like to throw big baits. You know, you have a better chance of getting bigger bites, and a majority of these hot spots are where like a lot of your big fish are gonna come from. So yeah, so I just pull up and start fishing and hope to get a lot of bites quick. Got our first fish on, and we are about 5 minutes in.
You're gonna have a few competitors trembling with that toad.
7 pounds, good start.
Yes. You're gonna have a few competitors trembling with that toad.
So we just got our second fish there. You know, a big thing with this strategy is, you know, it took us about 10 minutes to get 2 bites, but they were 2 good bites. Um, a big thing with this strategy is a majority of the time what I'll do is um, I'll stay here for a long time, especially if I'm getting good bites like that. Back-to-back 7 pounders. And I can obviously see there's more fish in the area, so I'll stay here for a majority of the tournament. And hope I can get 5 big bites like that. And at the end, if I need a big bite and I'm not getting it here, I'll run somewhere else. But a majority of the time, doing this strategy, where I go to a hot spot and I get a hot spot to myself, right away, I'll stick to it pretty much the entire time and hope for 5 bites, and most of the time it pans out. Looks like we got a good one on.
You have caught an absolute hydrilla gorilla.
12 pounds. That'll definitely help. And see, that's another thing there. With this strategy, it makes it kind of stressful, because you see the the leaderboard, racking up the whole time. Guys are catching them, and but you just gotta stay patient, and those big bites will come. If you get in an area where there are big fish, those big fish will bite eventually. I've just been throwing the same thing. Sometimes they eat it, sometimes they don't even look at it. Um, but like I said, you just gotta stay patient, and those big bites will come to you. Back-to-back cast, we got another good one. Another one over 10 pounds is really going to help us out here.
Big fish, and no whammies.
14 pounds. Those are the kind of fish that we're looking for. And just like that, I mean, we've got a 20-pound lead over the field. Back-to-back casts, 2 10-plus pounders. And we've only got 4 fish right now, so you know, but I mean, you got to keep after. You got to catch as many big ones as you can, because these guys, they've got hot spots too. They've got big fish around them. It's just a matter of when they'll bite. If you'll take a look in the top right or top left of the screen, looks like we got a buddy coming over. Actually, it looks like we got a walleye on, but still kind of funny how we you know, we catch two back-to-back big ones and then somebody comes and finds us.
You're gonna have a few competitors trembling with that toad.
Just got our fifth fish, another 7-pounder with our buddy here. Hooked up again. Hopefully this one's over 7 pounds. Get that weight back, get that weight above 50.
Not gonna set any records with that one, but at least it's a good, solid keeper.
8 pounds, 12 ounces. Puts us over 50 pounds. 10-pound average is not bad at all on these online Royale tournaments. Alright, well, we got 50 pounds. We got a 25-pound lead. We'll leave our friend here to maybe catch a few. I'll just go and show you guys the second strategy that I use sometimes when this strategy doesn't pan out, but clearly this tournament it worked perfectly. And you know, when stuff like that happens with somebody pulling up on your spot with you, you just gotta stay patient and you know, you just gotta find something that the fish want. I mean, you know, he was clearly not catching as many fish around me. Wasn't catching the size that I was. You know, so I've got a bait that the bait I'm using produces a lot of big bites, and you just gotta find that right bait. So this is another strategy I'll use. You know, I'll hit that first spot, or you know, any of my other hot spots. I'll hit those and then I'll try and get a big bite, and I will run around. You know, if I get one big bite, a 10 plus pounder, I'll pull the trolling motor up and I'll move on to the next spot and just keep hopping between spots. You know, it's a lot of driving around. You waste a lot of time, but you know that's something where if you just don't feel confident in that one spot and don't feel like you can sit there and catch the size that you need the entire time, you just got to move around as much as you can and you know, make a couple casts. If you see fish there, make a couple more casts at them. But if you're not getting bit, get up, move, go on to the next one.
You're
There we
gonna
got
have a
a
few competitors trembling with that toad.
you got another 7 pounder there. I mean that's not that's a good fish in these online tournaments, you know. And I would just catch a good one like that, and I pick up the trolling motor and I go to the next spot. But obviously this is something that you've got to decide pretty quickly. I would say within the first period, the first 10 minutes, you know, whether you're gonna stick to your one spot and hope that you can get a lot of good bites out of it, or if you're gonna run around and do this, because you got to give yourself quite a bit of time to be able to run around and hit all of these different spots. You know, the tournament's about ready to end. I don't know if I can get one hooked up before the clock runs out, but you know, I just pulled up to another spot. Took me 30-45 seconds to get here. You know, just make another cast out and try and catch another one. But you just got to find a lot of those hot spots. You got to find a lot of hot spots. Find a couple good ones where you have a lot of big fish in the area, and you know, either stick to that first strategy where you're just gonna stick it out the entire tournament, go for all big bites, and stay patient with it, or whether you're gonna, you know, catch a good fish out of one spot, move on to the next one. You know, just you got to make sure you give yourself enough time and having plenty of spots to run between, because you know a lot of these are like community holes, and you don't want to be pulling up on somebody and fishing right on top of them. So you know, if you see somebody on a spot, then you know, move on to another spot, and if they leave, maybe you can go over and fish that stuff if you got a spot there. But you know, just do your own searching and you know, go around and find as many hot sauce as you can. But yeah, so as you can see there, we won that tournament by about 25 pounds. Had over 50 pounds, 5 fish limit, 10-pound average is very, very good. You know, and I've been, you know, catching around 40-50 pounds every tournament. Those two strategies that I shared with you guys today, they have worked for me so far. You know, I am competing in pretty much every tournament that I fish in online. If not winning them, I've won quite a few so far. But yeah, so hopefully that can help you guys out if you're struggling with finding fish or having a good tournament strategy on the Bassmaster Royale mode. It's, you know, the Bassmaster Royale is a lot different than some of this other stuff, some of just going out and fishing and whatever. You've got the pressure of, you know, just like real life fishing. You're going out fishing against other guys who also can catch some good bags of fish. So you know, you just gotta find those hot spots and find a strategy that works for you and stick to it, and just stay patient. So you know, thanks everybody for watching. Like I said at the beginning of the video, if you're not subscribed already, I would really appreciate it if you went and hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out. And thanks again for watching, guys. See you on the next one.
I came from the mud. There's dirt on my